Much here for joining me today. TikTok's going to have to watch my intro a second time because I simply did not hit live. So I'm glad that anybody that's here right now is live. So if you guys are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, thank you guys so much for watching wherever you guys are watching from today. We got some great news. Bitcoin is pumping right now. Cardano is pumping as well. In the 2K to 1 million challenge, we're at $8,500, which is over 4x from the 2K to 1 million challenge. So if you guys want to join the Discord group or the Telegram group, link is in the description. Link is in my bio below here on TikTok as well as on YouTube. So good to see everybody here today. Right now we are currently pumping, but first I want to make sure I go ahead and show you guys the wearecrypto.store. That is my this is my beta store right now. I'm going to be doing a full-blown store that'll probably be private label and all of that. So you guys can go ahead and check out all that. I always wear my my indicators shirts, my RSI and MACD and EMA and volume, if you guys like some of those. We have DeFi and NFT and HODL. We have so many different hoodies and all of that you guys can check out. So make sure you guys go ahead to wearecrypto.store and check all of that out. So make sure you guys go to the link in the description as well, guys. Like I said, go to the link in the description, the $500 altcoin giveaway. You can join the sweepstakes to win $500 of your favorite altcoin just by simply following on TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, subscribing on YouTube and Facebook, etc. So go ahead and check that out. Okay, let me get to the meat of the some of the content here today. We're going to go ahead and check the charts here right now. So let's go to the charts. As you guys can see, we're up about 4%. We were actually earlier today, we were way down to 40. We were down to 43.9, and it was starting to get a little bit scary for some people. 43.9, and we bounced all the way back to 46.5. So we're back in that little wedge where we had this big rising wedge we broke down out of. And now if I go in and zoom in a lot closer, you guys are going to actually be able to see this descending wedge that's actually forming right now. And actually now we're back at the top of that ascending wedge. So let's as you guys can see, I don't know why my screen's being all funny, by the way. That's weird. It keeps like flashing. But either way, I don't know if it's like an indicator or something weird. Maybe I can refresh now. I'm going to refresh it quick, guys. This is weird. But either way, there is a descending wedge, guys. Sorry about that. What is this indicator that I'm seeing? I don't even know what that is. Okay, either way. So you guys can see this falling wedge right here. Looks like we may just be breaking out of it here. Broke out of it at this 46 here. I think we could see a decent move to the upside here. We were getting really close because on a more of a macro to putting in a lower low. So we've seen this. We've seen higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. But officially, this is the low point, the bottom here that we're looking at. Because if we went ahead and put a lower low here, that would confirm a real trend to the downside of it. It looks like we bounced right off that area, and we're going to hopefully continue this macro bull trend. So what's happening? Rising wedge broke up. Yep, that as well. Yeah, well, actually the rising wedge officially, yeah, actually you're right. It did break up too. We were getting really concerned about it. As you can see there, we were getting really concerned about it breaking down. It actually didn't. The rising wedge is breaking up here, at least bouncing up into this big macro wedge. We also have this on a more micro. We have this falling wedge as well. So people have been looking at it both ways. What do you think of quant? I think quant's massive. Quant's moving absolutely great. Let me go to the 2K to 1 million challenge, guys, that we've been doing here, that we've been talking about. I want to see if I can. Oh, I didn't screenshot it for my YouTube peeps. I'm going to pull it up here for all my TikTok peeps right there. I wonder if I can somehow show you guys. Oh, I wonder if I could do this. I'm going to go to TikTok, and I should be able to find my own live. I should be able to show you what's on my screen right now on TikTok. So that should actually work if I'm not mistaken. If I can see my live stream.
Following me yet? Shoot me a follow.
That's my brother. Blockchain Crusader. Everyone's not showing.
Videos for you guys. Take it easy. See you later. Later tonight. Get ready.
I don't see my live. Weird.
Controversial crypto folks, read the whole sequence down, and it's nothing.
We'll go ahead and cancel that. But basically, guys, I'll tell you guys on YouTube. What we are looking at here. So first we have Cardano. Let me see. Actually, let me see if I can send. Man, I wish I could show you guys. I really wish I could show you guys this. Right now, we currently have, we're at 85.77, guys, 85.77. We currently have, all right, guys, we have Cardano. We have Luna as well. God dang it. We have ADA. We have Luna. We have VeChain. We have XRP. And we have AMP. AMP is the new project that we bought in the 2K to 1 million challenge, guys. If you guys missed it, we bought AMP. We traded our Crow in, and AMP's up about 4% on the day, which is pretty good. I think it's, if you guys want to check, I want to show you guys actually the chart for AMP. It's a very interesting chart. There's been a ton of consolidation for AMP. And normally the more consolidation you have down there at the bottom, the more we're going to see a drastic move. Look, I want you guys to see. I'll take this off. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this consolidation here. We've been consolidating sideways, as you guys can see. This is, what day is this? Since August 2nd, the last 17 days, we've really just seen a lot of bouncing back and forth. But I think, where's the, there is some resistance here over this top side, and it appears that, let's see, I'm going to draw this line too. Appears that there's really it's actually more up here. It looks like there was some, this is more of the wedge here. But like I said, there is a lot of that top side resistance. I think once we go ahead and break that resistance, you could see a massive move to the upside, but it's been consolidating. The top up here is over 12 cents. So you'd be looking at a 100% move if we get back to where we were before. So I think AMP has been consolidating for the longest while here, and you can see that it happened very kind of a similar pattern here happened, and it was at 3 cents and it went all the way up to about 8 cents. So almost a 2x in that move right there. I think we could see something very similar to that. And I think we're going to go ahead and challenge where we wicked up to about that 12 cents. So that's why we got into AMP, guys. AMP is going to be a fairly solid project, in my opinion. Been a lot of rumors around AMP over the past couple months. I think it was even connected with Amazon. But like I said, even just the technicals alone, I'm feeling like this is going to move to the upside fairly soon. So that's why we got into AMP. Now, dang it, I wanted a way to show you. I'll have to figure that out, how I want to bring that over. But let's go ahead and take a look. We looked at Bitcoin. I want to go ahead and show you guys Ethereum as well. Make sure we do a little technical analysis here on Ethereum. I don't even know what those are. There. So this, guys, is Ethereum. We saw it bounce right around that 3,000 mark, and it bounced all the way back up. We had this rising wedge going. It looks like we got ourselves back into this rising wedge. I think we might continue to move to the upside as Bitcoin. There we go. Sorry about that. As Bitcoin. Yo, man, what's up? I'm back. Don't know if you remember me, but geez, Ada to the moon. Absolutely. Yes, Ada is pumping right now, Aaron Fleming. I absolutely remember you, as always. Good to see you here, brother. One for All says, is Bitcoin going to go back up to 48K? I believe it will. One for All, I do believe that it will go back up to 48K. Maybe not necessarily in one big move here, but I think we could see Bitcoin continue to move here to the upside. I think Bitcoin is going to be a big decider here, a big decider in where we move from here. So obviously watching Bitcoin is a very important piece here. So let's go back and move this back a little bit. So as you guys can see, guys, Bitcoin is up 4%, okay? Bitcoin's up about 4%, so is Ethereum. Cardano up 16%, up 33% for the week. Cardano is absolutely pumping up here at 235. Binance is up 8%, which is good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top gainers for the day. Voyager up, Kusama up as well. Are we even Phantom? Phantom's been crushing it. Algo up over $1. I was telling you guys that sub $1 Algo is a pretty solid buy, and Algo's up at $1.04. You guys can see Cardano's up. There we go. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller for my TikTok peeps, so they can see the weekly and the daily. The graph, you got Helium, Sushi up as well. Polkadot, I put a little bit of money into Polkadot a few days ago when it was down at about 22 something. So far, so up good, up 27% for the week. Cosmos with a little pump. I'd like to see Cosmos get back into the low 20s as well. And you're just seeing just these small pumps, these basic altcoin pumps from Bitcoin moving to the upside. VChain at 12.5. Matic at $1.40. HBAR hanging around right where it was. Chainlink likes to hang around with that consolidation of between like 24 and 28. So, yeah. But that's where we're at with that. I think Harmony might be might be looking at Harmony here fairly soon as well. Wanted to make sure I took a look at their chart a little bit. So this is that right there is the low. Very obvious uptrend as well. Looks like there's definitely some support here. a little support and resistance as well here. So what we could see is a move to the upside here. If we go ahead and break down, Bitcoin goes ahead and breaks down, I think we could see, move back down to right around that 8 cents. But you could see this move to the top side as well. And then here, right here, looks to be 12 cents seems to be a little bit of resistance here. We got ourselves all the way. Harmony was up at about 20, almost 22 and a half cents, 23 cents as well. So I could see Harmony being a good pick, bouncing off this support of about 9, just under 10 cents. So yeah, I don't think it'd be a terrible time to start accumulating. I think you could see a bounce at 8 cents. Maybe 8 cents would be the best spot to buy, in my opinion. But like I said, this isn't financial advice. If you guys don't, please don't take this as financial advice. If you do take it as financial advice, that is solely your discretion. Let's go to Chainlink here. Chainlink is one of my favorite picks. I probably won't touch it too much in the 2K to 1 million challenge, just simply because it's a bigger cap. I mean, we could trade into it a little bit, but not really. Definitely some resistance. We touched that 3 times in a row there. We touched it there. So this $31 line is going to be pretty important. As is this area. So there seems to be a lot of movement. Seems to be a ton of movement if I drag this out. I'm going to drag this out as well. Between this 12, 13, or let's see, yeah, between 13 and 31, we really haven't seen a ton of movement. Like I said, we were up there for about 3 weeks above that support up at 52. We really peaked there. More comfortable, probably a more comfortable prices in the 40s. But I think we're going to go ahead and probably see us bounce around more, or probably more in this price range. Between 22 and 30. I think 22 and 30 is going to be a pretty common bounce area where we consolidate until we see a move to the upside, which would be above this $31. So, but overall, I'm still bullish on Link, fundamentally, extremely fundamentally long term. So, thank you for the follow, guys. I appreciate you a lot. What do I think about Quant? I like Quant. Chainlink, I did as well. XRP, high potential, very, very high potential. That's why we're holding it for the 2K to 1 million challenge, because at any time, XRP could go absolutely bonkers. So let's go ahead and take a look at XRP, guys. Let me get in a trading view here. And for what it's worth, we're not even close to the 2017 all-time high. I don't even know if it'll let us go back that far, but no, it won't. But I think it was somewhere in this 3 range, so we've got a long ways to go. Got a long ways to go before we there was some resistance, as you guys can see, this top side resistance. There was that resistance right at just over $1. We peaked up to $1.35. We might come back down here and bounce again, bounce off this, what was resistance, hopefully turn it into support here on the big break. How long Bitcoin going sideways before breaking up or down? Let me go back to it on here. In this big rising wedge, let me look at the day chart. Some people have probably been looking at the day chart. We're looking at it'd be above to break over the course of the next few days. We'd have to break right around 50,700 to break out of this rising wedge, and then if this on the micro, let me go back to the 4, we'll see what that movement's like. So if this falling wedge actually plays out here, you would actually see a move right up to 50,000. Yeah, 50,000 on the dot. So that's like if this falling wedge that we've broken out of here, this little falling wedge, if we go ahead and break to the upside, we should in theory get to about 50,000. So yep, 50,000, and we'd have to get up to about break up this 51,000, this 50,700, 50,800. So we'd want to see about a 51,000 to confirm a real breakup, and then after that, there really isn't much to it but to do it. So, but like I said, we're at 46.6. Let's take a look at that Cardano chart. A lot of people have been asking me about ADA. Look at that masterpiece. And as you guys can see, this is the 4-hour chart. You guys can see all of that resistance that we've had. We broke out to 215. We consolidated back right down to support here at 205. So it looks like, in essence, we flipped this hard. I'll move this over just a little bit. This top side resistance here, looks like we've been bouncing around it, kind of turned into support, and now we've moved up and broke out here. We're breaking out, and we hit that peak of about almost 240. We're down at 235, but it's looking really, really nice, guys. Cardano's looking really, really nice. We just saw a little downturn here, sharp downturn on this RSI. Looking for any divergences. Nothing I see alarming right now. We're still under 70 we're at 67 here on the RSI. We still could see a move up, to the, there's still more room for Cardano to move up even on this run, as the RSI doesn't look terrible right now. I bet you the RSI looks even better. Should in theory on the daily. It's actually about 77 there on the daily. Since we did have such a big move down from $1 all the way up to 240. So that's why this RSI is looking the way it definitely is. You can see Cardano going up more. Yep. It's probably going to 240 is probably going to be a spot of resistance, because as you guys can see here, that's about where in May, when everything went crazy, this is right around where we peaked out here. Last time, so there might be some resistance up here. We only wicked up here once during that altcoin season, and we're getting really extended above these EMA ribbons here. So, we broke out. Like I said, we broke out of that. Hopefully, we can turn this into support now and keep moving to the upside. Just looking at. Just trying to look at a few different deals here, top, bottom. Okay, yeah, interesting. Okay, yeah, I like Cardano. Best strategy to analyze for beginners? Sure. There are several things, Elk, that you can do. I think one of the big things that you can do as a beginner is just get familiar with the charts and learning some of the basic technical analysis of trying to find support and resistance. So let's just go to a random chart. Let's go to AMP. Like I said, just picked up AMP. Speaking of that, bro, what's your short-term buys today? Like I said, AMP is one of them, and we flipped it this morning. We flipped Crow for AMP. I think AMP's a good buy right now because of all this consolidation. So let's say, guys, for these beginners here, I think the real thing that you should try to do is find some support and try to find resistance. Okay, so I'm going to go to not hollow candles. I'm going to go to candles. Let's go to something a little bit. I'll go to something like link. Okay, so I'll show you guys how to do this. Let's find some resistance. So you guys, when you guys look at charts here, probably better to look at the last few months rather than right now because it's a little bit easier to see. I'm going to turn off all my EMA ribbons so that you guys can actually just see the charts. Okay, so here we go. Do you guys see any resistance lines here at all? So when you're looking at a macro trend here, you can see a low, a high, a higher low, a higher high. So if you were to eliminate all of this stuff over here, all you see is a trend back to the upside. So you can go ahead and you could look at resistance, any top side resistance. So you'd want to connect those wedges or those, as you guys can see here, ever since we hit that peak and went down, this changed our trajectory from bullish to bearish. And now we have a high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we keep moving down to the downside. And as you guys can see, there is a resistance here. And then once you guys see the break of that resistance, in theory, we should go we should be going much more bullish. And that's exactly what happened. So you guys could see if we drew another line like that, you guys can see that we're now more on a bullish, in this bullish trend like that. And so you guys could find that support. So now that you're moving to the upside, you guys could find where that support line is. There's, like I said, there's several other ways as well. I think looking at the Bitcoin chart will show you this even better. We'll go to like the day chart, or let's even go to the week chart. You guys should be able to see some. Nope, let's definitely go to the day chart. So as you guys can see here, I'm actually going to go to I'll go to Bybit. Right, I still have lines on there too. I'll go to Bitfinex. Yeah, I don't have any lines here. Okay. So as you guys can see, there's real basics. As you guys can see, the support, if you guys want to check this area right here, you see how many times we touched and wicked that spot. So there's obvious support here on a macro, okay? And that number is 29,793. So that's where we wicked to. If we were going to do the full body cams, we'd be right around 30,000. But there seems to be a lot of support here. We went down, we bounced, we bounced, we bounced, we bounced, we bounced. So you can see support there. As you guys can see here, there is some top side resistance on Bitcoin. Touch there. Touch there. Because right now we're right around that top side resistance of Bitcoin. We broke above it, but we're right on the cusp of breaking out of that top side resistance there for Bitcoin. So glad that you guys could see that as well. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Where do you see Shiba and Wink? I mean, the small coins. I don't like Shiba at all. So I'm not a big fan of Shiba. Let's go ahead and take who's down. Let's see who's down for the past 24 hours. Quant's down a little bit. That's just taking profits and such. Otherwise, it's just all stable coins. EGLD's only up 1%. Flow up. Solana only up 1%, but it's been pumping like crazy. AMP's up 3%. Luna's up 3% as well. Crypto's up 3% as well, so it really hasn't changed as much. But I think the trajectory of AMP, I think there's a big move to the upside that could come for AMP. That's why we traded out of it. Audius at 327. Guys can go ahead and go to Uniswap and go ahead and get some of that. But like I said, everything just on a really solid pump today. Outside of Cardano going absolutely bonkers. So I wanted to thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining me today here on the live stream. Bought a little bag of AMP earlier this week. I'm glad to know you're bullish on it. JD says absolutely yes. That was actually our pick in the 2K Women Challenge. Bitcoin is too volatile and intangible. Don't waste your money. Be smart. Invest in real estate. JRH. Here's the thing. I want to discuss that and talk about that. I actually put a video up, like I said, of Michael Saylor. If you guys don't know who Michael Saylor is, real estate is always a solid investment, and I'll never, ever take that away from real estate. But Bitcoin is digital property. It's digital. Essentially, it's digital real estate. It's taxed very similar. It's Bitcoin's taxed very, very similar to real estate. Actually, it is. It's taxed like property. So Bitcoin was 29 last week. Well, it wasn't last week, but I mean, I get what you mean. It was very, very recent over the past 3 weeks. But what does volatility have to do with the success? If you're going to long term hold it, just like you're going to long term hold real estate, you would be up on Bitcoin more than any other investment of all time. So you know what I mean? It doesn't. If you were to hold from when it came out then until now, you'd be up on it like crazy. Will be 15 or less in September, JRH. I completely disagree. There's a lot of accumulating going on the on chain that if you were able to see and take a look on chain, you'd be surprised how much is you'd be surprised how much is coming. My guy, listen to me. Like I said, no, I'm with you there on real estate. I like real estate a lot, but Bitcoin will be the apex asset of the human race. I believe that, as quoted by Michael Saylor. It certainly will be. If people don't realize what Bitcoin actually is, it doesn't need any utility. It doesn't have to be a currency. It can be digital property, and people can use it as an inflation hedge as well as borrow against it. Able to borrow against it and return a yield. Like I said, you could borrow against your Bitcoin at 2%, and even if you wanted to throw it in the stock market, you get 7 to 10% yield on it there. You could throw it in Ethereum and other places, and it would return even more. The same thing if you wanted to do with Ethereum, you could stake and earn passive income as well. I do like real estate. There's nothing wrong with real estate. I really do like real estate, but Bitcoin will not go to 15K in September. It's not happening. Won't happen. Even if we're in a bear market, it won't drop that fast. Won't happen. So I just don't believe that we're in a bear market anyway. But if we were in a bear market, it's not going to go down to 15K that fast. I think 15K is even low for the bottom of the bear market. So even if we're in a bear market, I think I think at the bottom of a bear market, we'll be in the low 20s, 24, 25. I don't think we'll reach, honestly, much past the bottom there. So, and Bitcoin's never returned to its previous bull run's high. So remember, JRH told you today. Sounds good, JRH. And I'm going to say the same to you, that remember this day when Bitcoin's at 500K. Remember that, and you decided to buy real estate. You could have bought Bitcoin at 40K. You literally could have 10x your money and borrowed against it to make even more money. And you could have borrowed against it to buy real estate and buy Ethereum. So at least you checked it. So I appreciate it. What's your curl prediction for the end of the year? I think you could 4 or 5x from here. I think Bitcoin's got about a 3x in it. So I think we're going to get to like 120, 130 for Bitcoin at the end of this year. I think we're going to go to 250, 300, even maybe 400 for the following, depending on what happens here. But could ADA hit $10 this year or maybe more? Yes, Grandpa Mike, it definitely could. It definitely could hit $10. I'm in that prediction for ADA somewhere between $8 and $10. I'm at the prediction for Cardano or for Bitcoin somewhere around 120, 130. And I could see Ethereum going somewhere around that 12 to 15,000. So pretty bullish on Ethereum. So I think, Cardano's still got a 6, 7x in it. I really do. It could have a 6, 7x in it. I still think Ethereum's got at least a 5 to 6x. And I think Bitcoin's got a solid 3x left. So That's where I'm at with those predictions. But thank you guys so much. Angel here, Begin Crypto. Make sure you guys go out, check out the 2K to 1 million challenge. Link in my bio for Discord, for Telegram, if you guys want to check those alerts out. Also, guys, make sure you guys go out and check us out on TikTok and here on YouTube. I love all you guys. Appreciate you guys here every single day. Until next time, all love. Take care.